Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome to what month are we in? March. A February favourites. These are some of the bits that I've been loving over the last month. I really like watching these videos. I find them really interesting. I feel like I get a lot of good ideas, a lot of good beauty and book ideas. I feel like it's a good idea to make the videos that you enjoy watching. So I hope you enjoy watching this one. So it's a mix of some bits for the kids and food bits, home, and yeah, all sorts. So first of all, something I've been loving this month is this, the Maybelline Lash Sensation. I've featured this in a video before saying that I didn't like it and I found it too oily, and what it did was it left marks above my eyes. I don't know what happened. Basically, I needed to pick up a mascara and I couldn't find any others, and so I ended up picking up this one again. And I wonder if just last time I got a bit of a dud one, or I don't know if they've kind of mixed up the formula or something, I don't know. But I got it again and this time I've loved it. I don't know what's changed, but I've loved it. I found it's only taken kind of 2 coats to have a full ready to go set. I feel like sometimes I need to do quite a few. I do like a few layers, then do my bronzer, then go back and do a few more layers. Whereas with this, I found it just needed a couple to be pretty much ready to go. Sometimes, yeah, because if they get too long then they touch the top of my eyelids, but it hasn't done this time. And I've been wearing it every day for like weeks. So yeah, I didn't like it, and now I love it. This is one that's been in my makeup bag for a while. It's the Gimme Brow Benefit little mascara type thing. This has been in my makeup bag for a while, but I haven't been using this much, but actually I've been really liking this. Some parts of my brows have been getting a bit longer, and so this is really good for kind of taming them and making sure they stay in a good shape. And also I've been using this sometimes when I'm in a rush and I just want to do much more basic makeup. I just do a bit of this and a bit of mascara, a bit of concealer, and leave it at that if it's a more simple day. Everything below, I'll link below, and I'll mark if anything was a gift. Almost all this stuff I've obviously bought myself. A few bits are gifts, so I'll mark below if it's a gift. So these were a gift, but I have genuinely been loving for the last month. I've been doing these in the evening actually rather than the day. And it's this Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse, Cleanse and Toner. I've just been getting on really well with them. The Pre-Cleanse is lovely. It's almost got a kind of lavendery feel and it feels really awakening, and I think because I'm doing it at the end of the day, I find it really nice and refreshing, and just feels like it really cleans your skin. It just feels really pure and simple and refreshing and just cleansing, hence the fact it's a cleanser. But yeah, so that Pre-Cleanse I really like. And then this cleansing gel is amazing, gets off all my makeup. Just do 1 cotton pad's worth, it gets off all my makeup and just leaves me feeling nice and fresh. And then this I'm loving. So this toner is a spray. Again, it's got a really nice smell. I love Dermalogica stuff because it always smells nice and smells quite clinical, and like you can tell it's really doing a lot for your skin, and you can tell it's not just been pumped with loads of different fragrances. I just feel like it smells pure but nice, which I love. That's what I look for in skincare, and particularly face care. And then this you spritz on your face, and I just feel so fancy when I do it. Like just spraying my face with this toner. I feel like that's what they do in a movie, and I'm not someone that's great at skincare. I haven't been like cleansing, toning, moisturising for years. I only started doing it quite recently because I realised that just putting E45 on my face probably wasn't the best thing. Sorry if I sound a bit, got a bit of a cold. But yeah, I've been loving it, and it just makes me feel very extra spraying my face with this toner. And it's very refreshing because you're spraying your face. And then home-wise, this little candle from the lovely 717, and their range of candles are just gorgeous. I've got a lot of their, just looking because there's some in my living room. I've got quite a few of their candles already. This was actually in a goodie bag from an event I went to, and this is the And Breathe Lavender, and I mean, it does what it says on the tin. It smells of lavender, but it's just gorgeous. Luxury plant-based candle infused with fine fragrance to restore sanity and fill your home with the right kind of pong. I love that. Hand poured in England. This company was set up by 2 mums. I actually know one of them, Naomi, is a lovely local Brighton mum, and she's just the loveliest thing. It's a real kind of grassroots company. I remember when they were labelling and packaging everything in their living room, boxes of candles in their living rooms. It's just been such an amazing kind of organic start to a company. They also give £1 from every sale to Pandas Charity, which is a charity working with postnatal depression, doing amazing stuff. So this is definitely a company to check out. And I love the jars they're in. I use these for my makeup brushes and things once they're empty. And they come in lots of different sizes as well. There's the really big ones and then these smaller ones. Next up, a lot less glamorous, but I'm quite the convert. These wipes from Bambino Mio, and they are basically just to replace using baby wipes that you clean everything with and then chuck them in the wash and then use them again. Trying desperately to reduce our waste, reduce our plastic, and we're definitely guilty of throwing away a lot of baby wipes, and even biodegradable, compostable wipes, you're still chucking them. Been hearing a lot of quite scary things recently, like actually landfill is so packed tightly that even stuff that's supposed to be biodegradable doesn't have the chance to biodegrade because it's so packed in. There's not enough oxygen to get it working in the way it should. So at first I just used these for around the house for wiping their faces after dinner, wiping mucky hands. Then when I felt brave enough, I started using them if they'd just done a wee, and so I was using these instead of wipes. And then I've now moved on to even when they've done poos and we're out and about, I'm using these rather than wipes most often. I still have one pack of wipes that are my kind of backup emergency, have them there if I feel like I really need them. It's actually a lot easier than I thought, and then I just rinse them off in hot water, and then the dirty ones, if we're out and about, I put them in this, which again is a Bambino Mio. I just bought it from Amazon, I think, but I'll link everything below, and just put them in here, and then you kind of and put it in the changer bag, and it has the dirty cloths in, and then you just chuck them in the wash when you get home. While we're kind of in a slightly baby zone, another favourite has been these little slipper socks for Nova. Nova just has some little lace-up Converse, which I love and get on and off really easily, and because they tie up they don't fall off, and so she wears them a lot. But when we're around the house and I don't want her feet to get chilly, and when we're going out and I just want to be really quick and just get something on quickly, these are amazing. And again, they stay on really well. They've got a nice leather base to them, and then leather around here, and then just a nice soft sock, and they come in loads of styles. These are some little bird ones, so they're from Mockies. Back to beauty. This absolutely giant shampoo that I swear by. So I am not naturally blonde, as you can probably tell. I get highlights, and then I always get ashy toner put through as well, but then in between my highlights the bleach starts going kind of warmer and warmer, and so this is a silver shampoo. Well, it's actually purple, but it's called silver. I don't understand. To keep the ashy, really kind of white blondness of your hair, and it's great. Don't know if you can see, but that is literally the colour that the shampoo comes out. And I use this every other wash. It's the L'Oreal Professional range, but this is actually the salon one, and then what I should do is buy a separate dispenser presser thing, but I haven't got around to doing that yet. But yeah, I find that buying the really big one is definitely the most cost efficient. I think this was about 20 quid. You get way more value for money by spending that bit more. It just lasts and lasts and lasts, especially because I'm only doing it every other wash, or you could even do it every other wash depending how often you wash your hair. So then books, I am reading this and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm actually not finished yet, that much left. But it's one of those books where I kind of want to race through it because I'm loving it so much, but I also don't want it to end because I know I'm going to be really sad when it ends, but I love it. So this is Jojo Moyes. So she's most known for Me Before You, which was then made into a film, and the girl that it follows in Me Before You, this girl Louisa, she then wrote After You, which also follows Louisa, and then again this is the same character, and she's moved to New York with a new job and has got a new boyfriend, and it's just her life out there, and it's been kind of what I've needed to read at the moment. Like, nothing crazy happens, not like a crime investigation type book, which I also normally really like. Stuff's constantly happening but nothing crazy, but it's just a really easy read, and I found I really wanted to keep reading, and she's such an endearing character. You feel really invested in her happiness. And yeah, I love that it's set in New York. New York's one of my all-time favourite places I'm desperate to go back to, so it's just been nice as well picturing New York while reading it. And I got it in Waterstones. It's on half price at the moment, so I got it for £3.50, so you can't go wrong. And then Jet's current favourite book at the moment is The Giving Tree, which he was given by his auntie, I think maybe even when he was born, but it's just been one of those books that sat on his shelf and it just felt quite old for him. I just kept forgetting to ever read it to him, but he's obviously much older now, loves stories, and it's actually a lot simpler than I had remembered it being. It's just about a tree and a little boy and their relationship, and it's just a lovely lesson in love and sacrifice, and the tree just gives and gives and gives to the little boy. And yeah, it's just a really, really heartwarming, gentle story. Next up, food. Oatly Barista. I don't think I appreciated how much I loved it until earlier this year when it disappeared off the shelves. It just vanished, and I think you don't know what you've got till it's gone, and when it went, I realised how much I love it. It's perfect for coffee, so it's the barista version, which means it froths. And then alongside my coffee, my current favourite, Mr. Kipling, Viennese Wells. I think the unsung hero of the biscuit, cake, snack section. They are dangerous. They're about that big, so I buy a packet and tend to get through a packet. So another thing I'm actually wearing, this necklace. This is from Aurelia, and it's a lovely idea. It's a kind of design your own charm necklace. So you choose your thickness and length of chain, and then you can choose like a handful of different charms that you can then swap between and add different ones. So at the moment I've got these two. So I've got these, a little lightning bolt and a little star, and they're gold plated. I like layering it with this other ones. This is a Posh Totty one, which I just wear all the time. Then last up, watching wise, Netflix, Dirty John. I absolutely loved it. I've heard mixed things about it. I don't understand how you could have a mixed opinion. I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. I thought the acting was great. I was completely hooked. And then I've then started listening to the podcast, the Dirty John podcast, and the series is so close to the podcast, which I love. I love they haven't gone off on their own creative tangent. Like almost word for word, there's some stuff that he would say to her that is exactly the same as the series. Another one we watched this month, The Assassination of Gianni Versace. It's from the makers of the People vs. OJ from a few years ago with John Travolta and who plays Ross Geller? David Schwimmer. Amazing series. It's from the same makers of that, and it's with, oh, what's his name from Glee? Darren Criss? But he's amazing. He's so good. He's a completely different character to what I remember him being in Glee, but he's a brilliant actor. I didn't even know the story of Gianni Versace, but he was shot on the steps outside his house, and it's basically about the guy that killed him, and actually that he's a serial killer, and he had killed kind of 4 or 5 people in the run-up to killing Versace. It covers maybe like 10 years and jumps between different years following this guy's story and Giovanni's story as well. Yeah, it's brilliant. There's 2 episodes that are particularly brutal, which are the 2 episodes that document all the murders. And so at that point I didn't know if I could carry on because I'm a bit of a wuss, and I was like, oh, this is a really, really brutal program. But actually it's just those 2 episodes that let you know about all the murders, and then the other episodes are just much more thriller, intrigue, finding out about his character and his relationships and his family. And yeah, it's brilliant. I would really, really, really recommend that one. But yeah, I think that's everything. I hope that was interesting. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week, and we'll see you soon. Lots of love. Peace out.